Hi, I'm Sean Weatherston from Altitude Physical Therapy, and I have Dan Crowley here, who's a PT assistant with us, and we're going to talk about ankle sprains today. The majority of time when you sprain an ankle, it is because you've turned your foot in. Maybe you've landed funny, or you stepped in a hole that was unexpected. You've turned your ankle and your foot has gone inward like that, and that strains or sprains the ligaments here on the outside of the ankle. Now, if there's a bone protruding, don't mess around with these exercises. You need to go to the emergency room. One of the other hard and fast rules is that if you can't put any weight on it, now it might not feel great, but if you can't support any weight on your foot, then you should also probably go to the ER right away. The chances of you having a fracture, if you're not able to tolerate putting weight on there, are higher, so it's worth going to the ER to get that checked out. If none of those things apply and you want to try some exercises on your own, I'm going to give you 3 ideas of what you can do. Okay? The first one is to start getting some easy range of motion in your foot. So we want you to start doing the alphabet with your foot. Imagine that you have a pen or a pencil here between your toes and you're going to start doing some letters of the alphabet. Go ahead and start moving there, Dan. Now, Dan's ankle is healthy, so he's moving quite a bit. You might not be able to go quite as far, so you might be doing some smaller letters. Just go to the point where you feel a little bit of stretch or a little bit of soreness as you're moving. Hopefully after you do that a little bit, then your body will start to realize that it's okay to move your foot, and you'll be able to start moving in where you're making bigger letters with those activities. If it's super sharp pain, go smaller. Don't move quite so much. Okay, so that's exercise number 1. Number 2 is to start getting a little bit of strength along with the range of motion, and we're going to use a rubber band for that. You can pick up these rubber bands at any store like a Walgreens or Walmart for a couple of bucks. They're kind of stretchy, so they'll give you a little bit of resistance. And we're going to go 4 different directions, where you push your toes down towards away from you. Good. Then you can either use your other foot or a buddy here to go out this direction. Now this one, typically, when you strain those ligaments, you might also hurt those muscles a little bit, so this one might be a little bit more painful. Again, the same rules apply that we talked about before. I don't want sharp pain, just go to the point where you're feeling like those muscles are working a little bit of soreness, a little bit of strain is okay, but stay away from sharp pain. Then we're going to flip that around and go this direction. Now again, when you're going this direction, this is the motion that injured those ligaments in the first place. So again, we're not going to the point where it's sharply painful, we're just going for a little bit of stretch and strain. And then we're going to pull your toes up towards your nose, like that. Okay, just like that. See if you can work up to doing about 30 of each of those. Then the last one I'll have you do is to work on starting to be able to put some more weight and working on balancing on your foot. So I will get out of the way. We'll have Dan stand up, and you're going to start putting as much weight as you can handle through that leg. If you look, Dan has his hand on the table. Feel free to lean onto a countertop or a table if you don't feel like you can, if you're not comfortable putting full weight on that ankle, but gradually progress to where you can put more and more weight on that ankle. Ice is always a good thing right after a sprain. Remember what I said about the times where it's best to go to the emergency room and get things checked out before you start these exercises on your own. Hopefully this has been helpful. If you have any more questions, our contact information is on the brochure that you can download or on the website here that you're looking at. We'd be more than happy to help answer any questions and help you feel better, get back to doing whatever you were doing when you got hurt. Thanks.